I went ahead and made my second order of water for the month from Amazon. And I come across something interesting when making my order because you got to make it above $10 or $15 to get the order to work. I come across an interesting game, one I've been looking for a while because it was one of the first 360 games I played. Because when I got my original 360 with my younger brother, it had this NCAA 2012. Well, I've been kind of looking for that game for a while. Couldn't find it anywhere. And well, when I was making my order, I was like, well, here's the 2 cases of water, but that's still not enough to make the order go through, so I need something else. So I decided to look at discounted games that would ship, next day, and it popped up. The NCAA football 2012. I was like, oh, well, that's the game I've been looking for to kind of complete my original, I guess, lineup of games that I first played. Because that was like the only one that was missing. Because I got you know, the Cabela's Hunter and everything else. I just couldn't find that one. So, and also, like I said, when I found it, right below it was Rayman Origins, which I have a download for, which won't launch. Which is really weird that I bought Rayman Origins with that game, or at the same time with that game, because, I mean, I've tried playing it here and there, but I'm not really that good at like those kind of games, like the whole thing with having the Crash Bandicoot and the Spiral and just those style of games, the Mario Brothers type games, the platformers. I've never even beat a platformer, but I was like, well, they're both there, and Rayman's only a few bucks, and I was like, well, I'll just throw it in there because maybe if I don't know, have a disc, maybe it'll work better. Maybe if I have a disc, I'll be able to get past the first level. So that was like my thought process there. Because some games I have, when it comes to not working right, it's because the download is bad. And Rayman, the download is kind of like, it has like a lot of delay in it, like a lot of like lag. So I'm thinking maybe it's a bad download. So, and the disc wasn't that much money. So, yeah, so that's kind of weird. Like I said, the football, I'm looking forward to playing it again. It's weird. I'm not even a football fan, not really, but like having the NCAA 2003 on the original Xbox. It's like the football games that I want to have in my collection are the ones I have fond memories playing with my brothers. Like I said, for the 360, it was NCAA 2003 and Madden 2005. And like I said, the 360, it was the NCAA I just got. It's weird, but my brothers want nothing to do with helping me with my housing, and one of them doesn't even really speak to me. And it's weird, the one that got me into James Bond, my younger brother, I said him that I got all the James Bond stuff back we used to play and enjoy, and he hadn't even commented on it. That was months ago. He hasn't commented on anything I've sent him. Yeah, it's like I don't exist. Like I bought all the James Bond movies that he got me into, like GoldenEye and Die Another Day and all that stuff, and not even a response. Nothing. Like I sent something to Chris, which is his brother who lives closer. He'll at least respond a little bit. Like, he's like, yeah, I remember we had that. We must have that movie or watch that movie or something. It's weird how Wendell just doesn't even have anything to do with me. But yeah, like I said, one of the football games I played a lot with him was NCAA 2012 and 2003. It's weird. Like, but like I said, I can't beat Donkey Kong Country NES Classic without somebody to play it with. Which, like I said, I beat Halo Reach by myself before I packed my console up. And I said I restarted Xbox Live just to, like I said, the doctor said I need to do something to de-stress. So, even though Xbox Live has nobody to talk to, I guess just shooting characters in multiplayer is a way to de-stress. That's why I turned it back on. But the 360 won't connect. Like it'll connect, but it won't like stay connected. So I guess I'll have to give up on those playthroughs of Mass Effect trilogy. because the cable guy said the 360 no longer fits their requirements. Man, I spent all that time unlocking everything in Mass Effect 2, unlocking everything in Mass Effect 1. And now I can't complete it because Spectrum has changed the software in the router to where the 360 won't connect wirelessly. What a bunch of assholes. Like I said, my computer, if I try to stream on it, I can get like 2 episodes off of Tubi or Amazon, and then it disconnects, and I have to restart it and restart it to get it to reconnect. The phone does that sometimes too. Actually, you guys suck. Your fiber optic sucks. Or at least your router sucks. Because I can't really get my stuff to stay connected to it. Yeah, like I said, the only reason I grabbed Rayman Origins, I've tried to play it a couple of times. It's just, like I said, it's got a really bad lag problem, and I'm thinking that's with the download, because I've had like I said, a few other games, when I got the disc, the problem that was there wasn't there. Like, you can't import the data from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on the digital copy, it won't work. But if you have the disc, it'll work, and there's been a few other games like that with 360 that if I have the disc, it kind of fixes the problem. So, it's weird, I'm not even a Rayman fan, but I just saw it. It was marked down. It was all of it together was enough to get the order to go through. So, it's weird. Like, I ordered 2 big cases of water, but they don't cost that much money. So, I just doing. And like I said, there were no soft drinks on sale I could throw in there. Like, there was no same day orders of Cokes or anything, and I wish the one thing that would have been on that order, I could have got it if it would have been available, would have been the Namco collection for Xbox One. Which the Namco collection for Xbox One just has Galaxia, Dig Dug, and Pac-Man Championship Edition in it. But I don't know, would have kind of like concluded my Namco series. But that wasn't available. Like, it wasn't, it was up there for sale, but it wasn't, it was up there, like, you could buy it, but it wasn't part of the Prime deals, so I didn't buy it. But yeah, it's weird how I keep chasing old media and stuff because I can't think of anything going forward that I like. I mean, I saw the trailer for this one movie. I think the title of the movie is actually Send Help or something. That kind of interests me, but I only saw the trailer a couple of times, but it looked kind of interesting because it was like, kind of like the setup to the Blue Lagoon where people get stranded on an island. I mean, but like in the Blue Lagoon, it was 2 people that loved each other, but in this one, it was like 2 people that hate each other. At least that's what the setup looked like. I mean, because that's one thing I like about the Blue Lagoon is it's kind of an interesting type of movie where 2 people are stranded and they have to work together to survive. I don't know, just like I said, I like the kind of setup. That's why I like Enemy in Mine. It's the same setup. They said it's a human alien, but like, I don't know, I like those kind of like, we have to work together or we're all screwed kind of, I don't know, scenarios. Well, I like stories like that where people have to set aside their difference for the greater good. Yeah, like I said, maybe it'll come out on DVD or something, or Blu-ray or something. Maybe I'll get a chance to see it that way. If anyone when it comes again, it'll probably come out if it even makes it that far. Because there's some movies nowadays they just put them out and they don't make it that far. They don't make it to release, make it to home video release. Because there was a movie by George Clooney called Leatherheads or something. Yeah, Leatherheads. There was a football movie based on the origins of like college football. But I don't think it ever even got finished. And the only reason I know about that is because some of it was shot in South Carolina. And then local news at the time made a big deal about it. So, like, that's the weird part about movies or video games. They announce them and they never get released. That kind of sucks. It sucks from a consumer perspective. Where the cool things they get announced and never released, movies and games. to, disappointing for the fans of the series, but it's also disappointing to the people put in that hard work. Like, oh, we're gonna make this really cool game, and then they never gets finished, and it gets canceled, and that's gotta suck to be the person that sits there and designs that stuff, and you never get the public never get to see the art you created. That's gotta suck to be that person on that team that says, oh, well, your project's canceled, we're gonna go make this instead. It's gotta suck. I don't know how that feels to create art and then have your art canceled before it can see where the public can see it. I mean, I know there's plenty of canceled media out there: canceled comics, canceled games, canceled movies. By the way, if anybody knows if Leatherheads was ever finished or released, let me know. I'm just curious. Was it ever finished? Because I've never seen it anywhere. Other than that, yeah, that's it. So yeah, maybe if I get a disc or Rayman, maybe we're gonna play it if I have a disc. I want to find out, get it and try it, right? Like I said, a lot of my games that don't want to work right, that have like really bad like delay or glitches. If I get a disc, they go away. So I'm just trying it because reasons. And then, like I said, the football, it's nostalgia. We were playing it with my brothers. Just I keep buying stuff about. I keep staying stuck in my past as far as media because I don't know. It's just like modern media. I guess it's just like the Fallout thing for me is so many negative reviews are out there or stuff. I don't really know if there's anything modern worth consuming for me. And like when I ask, people like, hey, I would like to go to the theater. Oh no, you wouldn't like go. You wouldn't like that. And that's what I keep getting when I ask to go see like modern stuff. My family's like, oh no, you don't want to go to theaters. You don't want to go to theaters. It's too crowded. You don't want to go to theater because it's this, it's that. Like I don't even get a chance to make plans to enjoy anything because nobody will let me. And with my limited budget, the only media I can really afford easily is classic media because it's always on sale on Amazon or eBay or whatever. I can't afford modern media, and I really wished I could just get my hand on a Series X for just a little bit, just to play the Dead Space, the Dead Space game, the Dead Space re-release. Look, I just get all the system just long enough to play that one game. It's really the only game on the system I'm interested in. But I don't have the $80 to buy it, and I don't have the money to buy the system. I mean, I'd even take an all digital version of it just to play that, just to try that game, and then play the Metal Gear remasters, Metal Gear like trilogy remaster, and the Tomb Raider trilogy remaster. But like that would be the only three things I'd want to have a Series X for.